So William Byron got the win at Martinsville Speedway as he got another milestone for Hendrick Motorsports after getting the 300th win for them last year at Texas Motor Speedway. He got that win at Martinsville on Sunday at the Cookout 400. The race ended up going to overtime, which Byron did something no organization ever did at Martinsville. That is a team going 1-2-3, which Hendrick did with Byron leading the charge at the 0.526 mile short track. He also did it on the weekend that Team Hendrick was celebrating their 40th anniversary of their first win. There was also over 1,500 people representing Hendrick, which included their employees, as well as their family and friends that were there to celebrate the anniversary of that first win. They were all sitting in turn 2 of the track known as the paperclip. Byron's win was the 29th for Hendrick at Martinsville, which was also the most by any organization at any track in NASCAR. Here's Byron talking about getting the win for Hendrick on the anniversary weekend and what the win means to his crew chief, Rudy Fugle, and more, courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, I just want to thank Chase for racing me clean there. It could get really physical at the end, and he gave me a shot, which is expected, but we all finished it off. So just so proud of everyone at Hendrick Motorsports. Grew up a big Hendrick fan, and to be here for the 40th anniversary and all that goes into just this organization, all the people, it's all about the people, and just want to thank Mr. Hendrick and Linda and everyone involved. So it's pretty awesome, pretty badass to win it. At Martinsville, we've been struggling at the short tracks and just kept inching up on it, and I got a great team, and they just kept my head in it, and it stunk to do a restart there at the end like that, but that's the way it goes.
Here's Byron also talking about the call that Fugle made to bring Byron down pit road first, which eventually got him track position, and how he also handled a caution with 2 laps to go, and more, also courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, that was a great call. It didn't get us the track position right away, but we had a little bit more heat in our tires. So it seemed like I fired off a little bit faster than those guys and was able to get ahead of them. So we had a great car in the first and third stage. And just want to thank all the 24 fans. Thanks for sticking with us, and just super excited. I don't really know how to put it in words, but I'm a little tired. I hit the wall over there, so I hit the wall a lot this weekend, so I don't know why.
That pit stop made a difference for Byron as he took the lead and then the win. The win was the 3rd of the year for the driver of the 24 Chevrolet. It was also the 2nd at Martinsville and the 13th of his career. Denny Hamlin was leading the race at the time Fugle made that call for Byron to come to pit road on lap 297. Byron's teammates in pole winner Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott pitted the next lap. Those pit stops allowed the Hendrick drivers to pass Hamlin as he couldn't get ahead of 4th place before the caution came out for John Hunter Nemechek's accident in turn 4 on lap 398 of 400. That accident sent the race into overtime. On lap 310, Byron passed Elliott for 9th and moved up the field when the drivers ahead of him made pit stops. Byron passed Daniel Suarez for the lead on lap 327 before Suarez made his pit stop. Then, Byron led the next 86 laps, and after, Elliott was credited with leading lap 413 at the overtime restart. Byron led the final 2 laps and finished 0.550 seconds in front of Larson. Here's Larson talking about how the circumstances were special with the Hendrick win, despite him being 2nd and more, courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, no doubt. It's really special, too, to get a 1-2-3 there with William, Chase, and I. So, just a great day for Hendrick Motorsports. It's been a great 40 seasons for them. Really cool to have 1,500 people here from Hendrick Motorsports to celebrate. And congrats to William. He did a really good job. Kind of just schooled us all there after that green flag stop. He did a really good job passing all of us. So, and then he was able to set a good pace and still get through traffic good. So my car though felt really good as well. I think we were all kind of the same speed, honestly. So just lost a little bit of track position there in the 2nd stage and just was never kind of able to overcome it. But solid day. Congrats to Rick Hendrick, Linda, all of Hendrick Motorsports, everybody who's here at the racetrack as well as back at home. So just awesome day.
Larson was also asked on how nerve-wracking is it racing at the end, especially when trying to finish 1, 2, 3, and more, also courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, no, it was sketchy. I wasn't sure how aggressive they were going to be. I knew William obviously was going to be very aggressive because he was going to win until that caution came out, and he went in there and doored him up a little bit, and then thankfully though it all kind of shook out, and we were able to get one spot there and still get a top 3 for HMS.
Byron had a lead of more than 2 seconds before the final caution of the race came out. It was the 5th of the day. During the overtime restart, he survived a bump from Elliott, who wound up falling back to 3rd at the end of the race. Here's Elliott talking about his performance after falling back to 3rd when he was right there at the restart, and more courtesy of FS1.
Oh yeah, 2nd or 3rd, what's it matter, at that point. But obviously number 1, congrats to William and everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, Rick and Linda and all the folks, Jeff and Chad and all the people that put this together for us. That they have an unbelievable program, and I think we're all proud to call it home. And it was awesome hosting over 1,000 folks from Hendrick today, employees and their families. So glad one of us could get it done. Obviously wish we could have got it done, selfishly like anybody would, but nice to have a couple solid weeks and to be in contention there for a win is, hadn't been in contention to win one in a while. So it was fun to kind of get to that last restart and it actually matters. So enjoyed that aspect and certainly hungry for more.
Elliott was also asked on how good it feels to be knocking on the door of a win, and more on FS1.
Yeah, I mean, we've the last couple weeks, and really not just the last couple weeks, but I feel like throughout a lot of the season this year, we've just been working in a good direction, working really well together, and pit stops have been really good. Alan's been calling really good races. I mean, all that stuff has been going in a really positive direction, in my opinion, and I think if we can just keep producing that, we'll get our turn one day.
Bubba Wallace finished 4th, with his buddy and defending series champion Ryan Blaney finishing 5th. Joey Logano finished 6th, Tyler Reddick 7th, Alex Bowman 8th, Ryan Preece 9th, and Chase Briscoe rounded out the top 10. Here's Bowman talking about being part of the Hendrick celebration, their 40th anniversary, and him having a solid day and more, also courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, for sure. It's super cool to see the 24 team get a win, and on such a historic day. It means so much to Mr. and Mrs. H. Super cool to have these ruby red Chevy Camaros on the track, and have so many people here. It's definitely special. Wish we would have had a little better day with our Ally 48. The last 2 runs, we just struggled a lot. We tightened up all day, and then the racetrack got black, and finally we got on the other side of it and got too tight. And that last restart, I didn't stand a chance. The 14 drove through me all 4 corners. So tough there to lose a couple spots, but that's short track racing, part of it at times. So moving on to next week. Hopefully it's good for us, but a great day for Hendrick Motorsports.
Other notables included Denny Hamlin finishing 11th, Ross Chastain 14th, Kyle Busch 16th, Mort Truex Jr. 18th, Ty Gibbs 19th, Daniel Suarez 22nd, Brad Keselowski 24th, Josh Berry 25th, and Christopher Bell 35th, respectively. Larson led 86 laps and took the points lead over Truex by 14 points and 17 points over Hamlin. The only bad thing about the celebration was team owner Rick Hendrick not being able to be at Martinsville. He had knee replacement surgery and couldn't go. Get well soon, Rick, and feel better. However, his vice chairman and NASCAR Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon was there to represent the organization, and he was a Grand Marshal also. Here's Gordon talking about the 1-2-3 finish on the 40th anniversary of the first win and more on FS1.
You just can't script it any better. First, I just want to say hi to Mr. and Mrs. Hendrick. I know how bummed they were not to be here, but how excited they are that all of our folks are here to be able to see this happen. I mean, you can't script it like this. I knew we had good race cars when they showed up here yesterday, but the race, the way it played out to get, that green flag stop was it. Our cars were just so good on the short runs. We just need to get that track position, and then that last race, oh my God, I did not want to see that. And then I just was so hoping we could get the 1-2-3, and I'm just, these guys, these 3 guys as well as Bowman, I mean, they just drove their butts off. Great race. But how about that William Byron, that 24 car? Every time we have a milestone day or opportunity or moment, he steps up and he got number 300, and this is going to be a huge one for him and the whole organization. Thank you.
Congratulations to William Byron on winning at Martinsville on the 40th anniversary of Hendrick Motorsports' first win. It was pretty awesome that happened like that, especially to be able to do it 40 years pretty much after the first one. especially with, as well documented how well known that story is with the first win and all that, especially with Jeff Bodine winning that race in 1984. And if it wasn't for that, especially, the team was going to shut down and all that, which would not have been good. And we would not have had the success of Hendrick Motorsports that we ended up having, especially with all the drivers winning championships and races and all that. So, and especially they were going to shut down, but Rick Hendrick decided to keep it going. And after that win, they ended up getting a sponsor as well, which was pretty cool there as well. So, yeah, Jeff Bodine was responsible for that win especially. And as they say, the rest is history. And it's true, they are the New York Yankees of NASCAR with all the championships they won and all that pretty incredible stuff. But, yeah, it was pretty cool to see the paint schemes on the race as well. The best one was obviously Byron's with the flames and all that. But it was pretty cool to see the ruby red paint schemes on all the drivers there, especially to honor that paint scheme of the first one. It would have been even cool if they had more of a throwback to that first win, but still, nonetheless, it was still pretty awesome to see that, and especially what would have been even cooler was the 5 winning had Larson had a chance to win, but he still had a great day, especially finishing second. But that would have been like the cherry on top of the sundae if Larson would have won the 5, because it would have been 40 years after the 5 getting the organization their first win, and it would have been the 5 winning here as well. But it's all right to see the 24 win, especially also since like the 24s had a lot of success as well, winning, especially with Jeff Gordon. So I bet he's pretty pumped to see like his number win, especially since he was at the track and all that. But yeah, it was pretty amazing to be able to see like all the Hendrick people that were there. So definitely like to be able to like see all that with that ruby red. And later afterwards, they had a whole picture on the start finish line, which was pretty cool there as well. Like all the employees and their families and friends and all that. That was just a pretty awesome moment, especially. And so like I said, congratulations to Hendrick Motorsports on them like winning in this like milestone anniversary. Byron, he's been getting so many big wins now. He won the Daytona 500 early in the year. He won like the 300 race for Hendrick Motorsports last year at Texas. So I think now, like before when I said in my Daytona 500 interview, he's arguably the top driver at Hendrick. I don't think that's an argument anymore. I think he is the top driver now. He just continues to find a way to win, and I expect him to be the favorite to win the championship at some point like this year, especially for him to win it. Yeah, but you never know, especially with this playoff format and all that. But right now, he's looking good, and I think he's the favorite to win it. But this, like I said, with the format, you never know. But still, though, it was just a great, like, awesome, like, event to be able to see, like Hendrick win. I just wish that the race was back to 500 laps, especially since that was more like a tradition. I understand why they shorted it to 400 because it was running at night, but in the daytime, why couldn't they make it back to 500 laps? But it's okay, especially probably, you know, the strategy would have been a lot different had it been like another 100 laps there, especially. But yeah, definitely that caution coming out late was tough, especially like Byron looked like he was going to cruise. But at least, you know, he got to win and all that. But definitely like Chase Elliott, he's getting closer, especially. Like tough for Alex Bowman not to be able to round up the top 4 there, to be able to get them a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish. Kind of like what they had in Dover back in 2021 when Bowman did that there. So, but yeah, that was a pretty cool, like nonetheless, like I said, like for Hendrick to do that. And it was tough like to not see like Rick Hendrick there, but he had the knee replacement surgery. And like I said, get well soon, Rick, and hoping to see him back on the track soon and all that. But he wasn't there for their first win either, especially. So I guess him not being there like allowed him to win, but it would have been better for him to be there, obviously, which, you know, that would have been even cooler to be able to see him in the picture with those people from Hendrick and all that. But he did at least like had a lot of phone calls and all that stuff as well. And he did call into the race afterwards as well, like on FS1, the post race there, to talk about the win and all that. So at least that was a good way to like at least make up for him not being at the track. But still, like just to tell you like how big of a deal it is to win at Martinsville, especially like how many wins they've had there. And they dealt with a lot of situations, especially Jimmy Johnson winning there in 2004 when they found out about the tragedy of the Hendrick employees that were involved in the plane crash, like on the way to Martinsville, which was sad and tragic how that happened. And also like Martinsville's had like memorable ones, especially with the battles between like Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, which Johnson ended up winning. And of course also like that 2015 being the final year of Jeff Gordon since he retired, and that was like his final win there in Martinsville as well. So Martinsville's had a lot of big moments, especially, and there's another one that added to it, especially to be able to have like this part of the 40th anniversary, especially. What they all need to do now is just what's left is for them to win the championship. But so far so good for Hendrick, and congratulations again to like William Byron and Hendrick Motorsports and Rick and Linda and everybody there, Chad Canals, Jeff Gordon, everybody, Jeff Andrews, everybody there at Hendrick Motorsports. Shout out to them, especially like to be able to do this accomplishment on that weekend. Pretty awesome, especially to do it in front of all those people that were there for representing Hendrick. So that was pretty awesome there, especially. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you're a brand new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.